Hey guys, as many of you know, based on our name, we have the Green Up Academy, which is your place to go for courses, community, and coaching in the landscape industry. But I wanted to specifically talk for just a minute about our crew program, which is our community groups here through the Academy, where you get Zoom calls, direct access to me, and a lot of community with other guys on how to grow your business. It's been absolutely transformational. We have so many great testimonies, so many guys who are just seeing leaps and bounds their businesses grow, and also the things that we can help them with. So we have a couple spots left that we'd love for you to consider. We'll give you your first month free if that helps you. Just use code GREENUP at checkout, and we will absolutely do that. Or if you DM us or email us, we'll certainly apply that. But we're starting our second group soon, so you don't want to miss those spots before they fill up. Check us out, the Green Up Academy and the crew. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome to the Green Up Academy podcast with Alex Kirby, where we focus on helping you level up your green industry business. Whether it's marketing, finance, employees, or strategy, we talk about everything on this show to help you apply it to your business and change your family and company's future for decades to come. Here's your host, Alex Kirby.
It's a great starting point. So with Equip Expo, a lot of people, like you said, I don't think they do a great job marketing it because they allow like people online to market it for them. And it is not like a gathering to hang out. Like it is not like a conference. It is a expo. An expo is like where you come and you learn by participating, meaning there's booths, there's equipment, there's the owners of the companies are there, or like the high ups are there. So you can ask questions directly to the people who run these companies, or if not the owners, like the high ups, people who make decisions and stuff like that. Right. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking about getting Red Max equipment, you can talk to the people who make it and why they convince you, here's why I should, here's why I shouldn't. If you were thinking about, demoing I know you like Hustler, but Gravely or whatever.
We like Ferris too, though.
Ferris too.
Don't forget about Ferris. We like Hustler, we like Wright, and we like Ferris. And
okay, cool. Well, the owner of Wright, he's been there every year since I've been there. The owner of it.
North Carolina made.
Yeah, that's cool. So, you go and you get information and ask questions and kind of you get an inkling of. Like for me, that's where I found Jobber. Like the first time I went, I saw Jobber and that software changed my company. So I got to go, why should I use this? And what can it do for me? And, instead of trying to research everything online and trying to figure out answers there, you get it right from the source, right? But then the other part is definitely networking for sure. So you see guys you talk to online and people you like, people you're friends with, people you're fans of, whatever the case may be. But the problem is a lot of people think it's just that. They go and they really don't do anything except just chat to people all day. And I think that's a big miss because there's so much to help your business. You know what I mean? Like so many opportunities there to learn and figure stuff out. But so Ronile, tell me how long you've been in the game for. Is it full time? Tell me about your company. What's the name of your company?
Scott's Lawn Care Management.
Oh man, you there?
Yeah.
So I got you. So
Scott's
your company
Lawn Care Management.
Okay.
I've been doing this. I don't know. All my life I've been working hard. But full time, I say about 5 or 6 years right now.
Okay, cool.
I also, work part-time jobs and do other means to make money, but right now this is my main thing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that one day content creating, or maybe I could be an anchor on your podcast. Then I'll be big. And I got to say that too. Like, honestly, bro, I really, really appreciate you allowing me on your platform. I really appreciate you reaching out to me, because again, I'm a big fan of you.
Nice, bro.
As you can see, check your followers. I'm a follower. I love, I was excited when I seen you even in my DM. I'm like, oh, Green Up. It's okay. So,
awesome,
thank
bro.
you for what you're doing, and I'm a big fan also, bro.
Well, I reached out because you're always engaging us and sending us stuff, and I appreciate that. So I like talking to people that seem interesting, and I like asking tough questions and just hearing different ideas. So let's jump into your business first, and then I want to get into the content. So are you doing like full 5 days a week? Like tell me about your business structure.
Okay, so right now our structure is, I would say, in a whirlwind, because it's been
Okay.
raining for about 2 weeks, and we had a drought for about 30 days.
Yes, we did. Yep.
Grass is growing at an astronomical rate.
Yep.
So sometimes we work 7. I would prefer to work 4,
Yeah.
but we do whatever we can do to finish the route. It's just me and KB right here. So
Yep.
just, we try to get it done. We would like to have a 4-day week, but sometimes we have landscaping projects as far as, decorative rock, mulch,
Yeah.
small trees, bushes, just, an array of different things that we try to do to make money. But as far as mowing, I would try to mow 4 days a week, but unfortunately, it's just me and KB, so we don't really have the manpower to take, all the customers that we have, and the grass being so, so high right now. We sometimes work 7 straight.
What's how many customers is that? How much revenue? What's your expected revenue for the year? Do you have an projection?
I hope to make $1 million, but to be honest, I'm thinking like 50. You get what I'm saying?
50K?
But I would hope, 50K. And that's just profit, because I got to pay my man KB.
You were joking on the million, right?
Yeah, I wish.
Okay.
One day, though. One day, when I
you.
become a lawn care management company, and I just manage, because that's my goal, is to manage other lawn care companies via Google, and commercial properties all over, the United States, and maybe one day in the world. Because I'll just hit you up in Australia and say, hey, I got a property in Sydney. Can you go cut it? This is the rate.
Okay.
And boom, give me your insurance and everything.
You want to be a property manager?
Yeah, but I want to manage lawn care companies, basically subcontracting throughout the world.
Yeah, I mean that's still that. Yeah, I got you. You want to be a property manager for landscaping companies where you're subbing.
What you said.
You find. Yeah, you work on behalf of big companies. They hire you to find lawn care pros in their areas and get bids out and stuff like that. Got it.
Exactly. I need, and another thing, Green Up, I would really appreciate when I get big, I'm coming back. I need you to basically be that guy that can explain things for me, like you just did, because you are like, I got to work on that also, man. That's why I say I love your content, bro, because you are CNN of the grass world.
I try to be a platform of education for sure. And it's I need it. We're doing some more content because I haven't probably explained as good kind of what that looks like. I mean, I was on the phone last night till midnight with a guy who's trying to figure out how to grow his company, and I'm on the phones. I'm on a lot more than most people are, trying to help guys. So that's why we do the podcast is to try to provide content, provide perspectives on. There's not one way to skin the cat, but there is a few ways that are better. And we need to make sure that not everybody thinks that this way and that way is a good idea, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Because then you just spin your wheels. So, okay, so your goal is to make 50K profit this year, but do you know how much?
No. I'm going to make 50K. We are going to, you're going
to make 50K profit. What's your revenue going to be?
Probably like 120.
120, cool. Do you use software or anything to track any of that?
I use QuickBooks.
QuickBooks. So how do you do your route? Pen and paper?
Pen and paper. My wife, she's basically the mastermind. When it comes to anything technical, she kind of tells me where I need to go at. Text messages.
Okay.
So basically, a very primitive form of running a lawn care. Pen and paper, text messages, my wife telling me, Miss Susie needs her grass cut today. I have a few commercials.
You got what they call a dispatcher, bro.
Yeah,
you got a little
exactly.
dispatcher in there.
But it's bad because the dispatcher can say, "No, I'm not doing that." With my wife, I gotta listen to what she says.
That's right.
So
you get one of these, Ronile. You got Ronile. We got a call coming in, Ronile.
Exactly.
That's so funny. So you've been in the game 6 years full time. You're in Greenville, North Carolina. For anyone who wasn't hearing that, that's a great market. That's where East Carolina University is.
ECU.
So pretty big suburban area. Pretty good market. I want to say my boy John Harward, who's in our program. I think John's company is out of there as well.
Okay, what's the name of John's company?
John's company is Green Waves.
Green Wave.
Green Wave.
So he's
John's
one of those big guys. Again, I'm still,
No, he's not big. He's only got two or three full time guys.
Okay.
No, he's new. He's doing really well though. He's doing really well. And he's in our program, and so I'll talk about that more later. But yeah, he's in your area.
So John
Ronile,
Wave, hit me up if you need some grass cutting subcontract. I'm ready.
He does actually. I think
I
can't
ready,
wait,
bro. I'm out here.
I can't wait to connect y'all. So Ronile, tell me this: why, if you're as sharp as you seem in terms of like, the game, you understand the social, why are you being so primitive? Why are you not using Jobber? Why are you not using all the marketing tools? And tell me why. Just don't have the time. You haven't had the time to implement.
I'm just being honest. I love Jobber. I love all the different
Yeah, be honest. That's all we want. Honesty is key.
Use. I like all those things. Actually, Mr. KB here is computer engineer. He went to, what was it? Central University. So we were into that, but I like Augusta Lawn Care. He talks a lot about Jobber and all those things like that. But what I hit on,
he talks about Copilot, his own.
Okay.
His own.
Yeah, his own software.
Yeah, he made Copilot. That's right.
I just think that there's time and place for everything. So when I become a company that is bringing in a huge amount of revenue, to me, I say like 200,000-300,000. Yeah, I'll use those things. But right now, I don't have, let's say, the influx that I would need to waste money on things like that because I can handle all those. Like my wife is an accountant. We have a spreadsheet. You get what I'm saying? We use Windows.
Yep.
We use certain tools. I got
I know what you mean.
I got an iPhone, so the iPhone is just as powerful as any other to me. If you learn how to use notes and calendars and dates, yes, it's a little tedious and sometimes it's hard. And I think I used to do FedEx, so I have a great memorization of my clients. Right now I haven't ran into too many clients where I can't, remember. I got like 50. I stay where, it's only one Audi's in Greenville. There's only one Starbucks. There's only one, so those places like that, I know those places. Again, I'm a big guy. I eat. So some of those contracts I know, it's time for some food. Where I want to go at? I got to cut that grass. So when I grow, I will get those things. But right now, I'm just in a grind, and I'm buying $20,000 and $30,000 equipment. So I'd rather invest my money into my business so that when that influx comes from Jobber and all those other things, I can handle it. Right now, I might not be able to handle it because, boom, my lawnmower blows up. I get 100 contracts.
Sure. I was just, Jobber. The only reason I ask is because like Jobber's opening, whoever you use, is $50 a month.
Cool.
So it's like if you want to grow, you've got to invest in watering the grass, right?
Yeah.
And so if you want to get past, we talk about this a lot on the show. There's these things called growth thresholds in your business. And one of them is around this 100, 150K number because you can't produce outside of you and one other guy more than that number. Like you just can't do it. There's not enough time in the day. Like you said, you're working 7 days a week, right? So in order to grow past yourself, you have to have some professional tools. so that you can get more work, so that you can hire more people, so you can start other crews and stuff like that. So that's all I say, is for me, Jobber just made my life, it saved me hours of time. So for me, it's like, if I've got 45 hours a week to get this work done, I want to save as much time, not as much money as possible, because time is money.
Exactly.
So that's all I'm saying on that.
So let me ask you this: does Jobber bring you customers?
Does Jobber bring me customers? I would say Jobber helps me get retained customers, not get them.
So it's the organization app.
That's exactly what it is.
That's why I said right now I got my wife, and she's just like, until she says just get Jobber. I mean, woman.
Well, my point being,
ever.
You're not wrong on that, by the way. I'm a married man as well. But like whenever someone calls you for a quote right now, what's the process?
We communicate with them. We ask them what their property size is. I ask them the condition of their yard. I tell them, hey, this is a blanket quote. If I get to your house and you got craters in your yard, you got boulders in there, you got a statue of a deity in front of your yard, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got flags out there, you got 40 homies on the porch, it's gonna be a different price. But I go on Google Maps and I just look you up. I say, okay, all right, so you got an acre. I charge like $100 for that. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna be weedy, the edging and blowing. But if I get there and you saying the grass not high, but I'm like 6 foot, so if it's to my waist, it's gonna be like $250, $300, depending on the condition of the wet, what kind of grass it is and everything else. Because people will tell you, hey, it looks fine, and then I get there. And I say, well, do you want me to weed inside that black hole that a crater fell from space and hit your grass? Yeah, I want you to get that and spray it. So I just go by communicating with the customer, going on Google Maps, because going to see the property in person wastes gas, money, and time.
Sure.
I don't have time and money to waste. So I just go on Google Maps. It's also a free app that you can use.
Yep.
And when I go to the property, I say, hey, I'll be there on Tuesday to give you, to see your free estimate or cut your grass. I get there and say, hey, this is not what we discussed. The grass is extremely high.
Why don't you ask them to send you what we call the 4 pictures, which means left side, right side, front yard, backyard?
I mean, depending on the person, like if I'm dealing with, let's say, someone like us, young, very computer savvy. Yeah, we can do that. But if it's Miss Anime, and she's 90 years old, she's not trying to, she's like, I can't, this is why I'm asking for lawn care. I can't even make it out the door, son. I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. It's okay. You want a picture? I'm like, no. And then she's showing me a picture of the floor. You get what I'm saying? Or their phone quality is really bad. Or I have ran into this one. This is a really good one. I have ran into a young kid, like 25, very computer savvy. And he doctored up the pictures because he was out of town. Dang, so when I got there, he's like, nah, bro. He was like, yo, it was like that last week. I'm like, yo, there's no way your grass grows 5 feet in a week. You haven't cut this grass in 7 months. The neighbor came out and said, thank you. I appreciate you. Like, are you doing this for YouTube? I'm like, nah, I'm actually making money.
I ain't SB Mose.
I love SB Mose, though. SB Mose.
SB's awesome.
He's awesome also, too.
I had a comment on one of his videos the other day that went kind of viral. I don't know if you saw, but he posted a video where he was singing.
Oh, yeah. He has great vocals.
And I posted, I think I commented like, let me see, it's been going kind of still blowing up. Yeah, I said, here it is, where is it? Yeah, 580 likes. I said, didn't expect to see this on my timeline today, but I'm here for it. I think it's the top comment. This is funny. Nah, he's a really nice guy.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think would make someone so big in the industry step on a little guy's neck publicly on social media?
Don't set me up and don't tell me his name because I already know it, but I will answer the question. Because, I mean, Look, the fact is, I've been blocked by several of the quote unquote big dogs too. It's a long answer, but I'll give you the short version. Basically, insecurity and insecurity and people seeing this as some type of game and competition when it's not intent. It should never be intended to be that. So when someone has a following, right, or an audience, they should take that as like the highest honor and responsibility, right?
Exactly.
Because you have influence, you have people listening to you. You should. I'm a Christian. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about this with pastors, where it basically warns pastors because it warns them to say things right and not do things wrong. In so many words, because they'll be judged more harshly because they have people watching them.
Exactly.
And so I take the same stance online because there's 16-year-olds, there's 50-year-olds that don't have any money, and if you're being wild and crazy, then you're not helping build a community or helping people. So that's the long answer. If that makes sense.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's exactly right. And the issue is, like, so that I want to tell you this. I don't think you should desire to become a big name in the industry. Let me explain. If you find your niche and you are passionate about making content, all that will come naturally. If you desire to grow as a content creator, like that's your main thing, is like, I want to get followers, then you start making decisions and you get obsessed with it, and it's never satisfying. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like you have to, that's what I was going to ask you later, was like, why do you want to, what does that mean when you say I want to be a content creator? Like, what does that mean to you?
And I hope that all of my friends, just really quick shout out to Connor Lawn Care, out of Florida. I know you know Connor. Akeem.
I'm tight with Akeem.
Akeem is my man right there. Like,
I like Akeem a lot.
John Crowley.
So Ronile, so yeah, what is it that you love or desire to be about being a content creator? What is it that you really enjoy about it?
I just think that I have a different style of lawn care. My boy Hakeem, be the lawn barber, Connor, and my boy John Crowley out of Nashville, Tennessee. We just, and a lot of others, we just are the future of content creating. Just like the dude, Grow It You Blow It, or whatever his name is. His style of content creation is dead. It's over with. Like, now it's time for the new kids. We're like Run DMC or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, we the new kids on the block. Like,
I hear what you're saying.
The future of lawn care. The old way is done. You get what I'm saying? So
I hear what you're saying. I don't know what that means, but I hear what you're saying. What does that mean?
It's just a cooler way. It's the cool kids. It's the younger guys creating different content with the music that the young people like. Because you got to remember, the young people are the future. You get what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
So a lot of these content creators, like Johnny Blaze of whatever his name is, they make a lot of copycat reels from us little guys because they don't have creativity, because they're stuck in the 60s and the 70s and stuff like that. Just like the dude Steven, he's like 50. And he's like, yo, gang. And he's got a hat on backwards and all that. Like, he took that hat off. He doesn't have pretty hair like you, bro. He's all gray. Like, we are, like, just like with the podcast, bro. Like, what you're doing is the future. Like, we're going to be 80 years old and be like, yo, you remember when you started that podcast, bro? You just blew up all around the world. I just say my content and a lot of other people's content is the future of lawn care. That other stuff is old and tired.
But I hear what you're saying. That's your viewpoint. You're allowed to have it. What is the end game for it?
The end game is to change the lawn care industry.
Yeah. Because I think that's the question I always have with like with I guess like professional content with like industries is like what's the goal of your content? So we both like Chase Stetson, that lawn dude. Chase likes showing mowing videos. He likes showing people what you can do with striping and all the mower friendly, mower centric content lately.
Chase
So
is the future of lawn care, bro.
Well, it makes people what I'm saying is his end goal. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to interview him in a Quip, I think, and we've chatted many times. But his end goal is to get people more interested in mowing. So that's cool. I like that. That's really cool.
Did you see the Grand Theft Auto thing he did?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, he acted like he was like the Grand Theft Auto character, and he kind of like did like how the Grand Theft Auto guy runs.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes and he like pops up with the lawnmower. So his creativity,
that's cool,
unseen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to say about my content creation and other people in the world of lawn care, the new guys.
I hear you. Yeah,
we're just doing things like that is different.
I hear that. I hear that. It takes a lot of time and energy, but Chase has been very impressive lately. I also like, again, SB mowing. I like that.
SB,
Yeah, I mean, those are huge guys. You don't have to be huge, but, you just have to have your reason is what I'm getting at. You can't just making content to make content is like, what's the point of that? You got to have your purpose, and SB's trying to, help people and show people kindness through mowing, and I like that. And then, you got your reason. Us is education. I try to guys like you, hey, you're here. How do we get you there so it changes your family and your kids' lives and your wife and changes your employees' opportunities and everything like that. So that's our mission here at the Green Up Academy is to help you level up. That's our little phrase, level up. You're not going to be staying the same. So that's all I ask is just think about your why, with content creation and stuff. So, okay, cool, Ronile. We got a couple more minutes, but what is your your desire for your personal company? Are you hoping to get a couple crews? Are you what's the thought there?
I'm hoping to build a corporation. As I said before, what you said very better than I did. You explained how I wanted to be a lawn care management company.
Yeah.
I want to get to the point where I just be like SB or Chase or one of the big guys where I just make content and I actually work my phone all day and say, hey, this crew goes here. Hold on, the guy from Australia is calling me. Make sure you cut that Kroger's or whatever store that you're at. I want to actually be a corporation, something like one of the big giant corporations. You get what I'm saying? I want to show people that this small guy from a small town that started out with a push mower, you get what I'm saying, in the back of his wife's truck, that I didn't even have a truck. Like, I started with my wife's truck. I had lost my job.
Wow.
And I got out there, and a fat guy at that, people would even laugh, bro. Like, yo, you're not going to be able to cut grass, dude. You don't even look like you're in shape. And I put that quality out there, and I continue to stay consistent, and I build myself. But I want to build myself to a corporation so I can get up there and say, hey, yeah, I make millions. And I was that same guy that started in my garage with a push mower, with nothing.
That's something I'd love to end on is you brought up a really interesting point that people don't really talk about, and that is like physical health in the industry. And I appreciate you saying that because I have a lot of friends and close family members that have struggled with their weight for a long time. And, it's even something I'm trying to lose, like 25 pounds, right? So,
and I'm trying to get to your level, bro. Like, I'm trying to get fit like you.
I let it loose a little bit, but I've lost a few, and it's just doing some different things. But what I'm saying is it's something where people don't talk about how difficult or how to overcome that, and so it doesn't have to be like a hindrance. Like, it's not stopping you from working, is what I'm saying, and you use it as a motivator. Is that something that you're actively thinking about, or what would you say to the guy right now listening who's trying to like get in better shape, is like, man, I can't do this, I'm 35 years old and I'm out of shape, man, what do I do? Like, what would you say to that guy?
I would say I recommend the movie Rocky. Eye of the Tiger. You have to say to yourself, look at your children, look at your family, look at your lifestyle and say, I want to be here to see my kids get old. I want to be here to see my grandchildren. Just one day at a time. I lost a lot of weight. I was even bigger than I am now. Planet Fitness, whatever local gym, even if you can walk. But always remember the eye of the tiger. You have to be a fighter. And when you're losing weight, you are at war with yourself.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, I love that. I think that's my I don't think my brother would be embarrassed. My brother Jacob's he's lost a ton of weight. He was just texting us yesterday about that. He's like on the grind. And the thing that he's done really well is just consistency. So it's not about going and doing a triathlon the next day or going to run in 20 miles. It's like, can I get 1 mile? Can I get 1.25 the next day? Can I get 1.5? Can I 30 minutes? Can I do 20 push-ups? So I love that's my favorite thing you've said on this whole podcast. I love that. Let me ask you this to end, Ronile. What would be you kind of just did this one. What has been your biggest struggle in the lawn care industry to this point? Just be transparent with somebody so they can feel like they can relate to you. What's been the thing that's really been hard for you either to do or not to do? What's kind of been your struggle to this point?
As you are, I'm a Christian too, so I pray and ask God to do anything that I want to do. As far as the physical aspect.
Yeah.
So there's no work that I can't handle when I pray about it. But money, buying tools, breaking people's windows, flat tires, truck malfunctions. You could have $100,000 worth of equipment. You only got one truck. Your truck goes down. You're done.
So I know we were talking, and I was asking you a little, for people who listen, you'll never know, but we had a little miscommunication with my computer died. But when I was asking you your biggest struggle, you were talking about kind of cash flow and finances, right? What about that has been difficult for you to this point?
Just obtaining loans that I feel like,
obtaining
let's
loans?
say the interest. Yeah, obtaining loans that the interest rate is not ridiculous. Right now, they charge you an astronomical price to, get a loan.
Yeah.
So back, let's say 5 or 6 years ago, I could have got in a bunch of debt. And even though debt is not good, I don't believe in debt to grow your business until you get to a certain point. But right now, I'm just like, you know what? I'll just buy it, because if I'm going to pay $50,000 for something that's $20,000, I just can't do it. Like,
right. What do you need a loan on? What do you think you're needing a loan on? Like, in your mind?
I was going to do for marketing. I wanted to get a billboard.
Yeah.
And they run like $2,500 for a month. And I wanted to put it on the highway. And then I wanted to probably invest, maybe like just go ahead and set like $2,000 or $3,000 aside for Google ads, right? Also, I wanted to do the mail people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the mail people, the UPS,
the mailers,
the post office.
Yeah, mailers.
If you instead of going to people's house, which is not really cool for some big guy with a beard to go knock on you, put something on your door. Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, who's that dude?
Yeah.
Like,
that ain't so Santa Claus, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like, and in my area, people don't really like too much of unknown guests unless you're DoorDash.
Sure.
So I use the mail, so that's why I have those cookie color yards. So I have some communities where I have like 10 yards that they're right next door to each other. I obtain those yards by going to the post office, asking to get my cards put into circulation, and they charge you a fee for them to put it in the mail. Of course, some people are going to throw it in the trash. Sure. But I put my door tags in the mail through the mail lady. I never had to touch your mailbox. Yeah. I never had to go to your door. You go to the mail. If I'm lucky, because of course they put it with the grocery stores and the Best Buys and all the circulars, which most people just throw in the trash. Somebody will say, hey, this is a lawn care guy. Let's call him up.
I that's a great thing. I'd love to talk about that for a second.
when I first started, a lot of people started doing those rocks in the bags with a business card in it. You know what I'm saying? And they throw it on the driveway. I don't think that's the best idea, but I'm a big door hanger fan. So I think if you wear a vest and you just quickly go and do it, I think people are so used to delivery people now, they're not gonna really, by the time you're in and out, they're not gonna really care. But I will say
I do it like
I like the idea. I was gonna say I want to hear exactly what you say. I like the idea lately of getting those little yard signs, like the fertilizer little small signs, and putting them right by someone's mailbox. I like the idea of that. And that way it's kind of like a door hanger, but you don't have to go to the front door.
Yeah. I do signs like that also. Like, so when I do my commercial properties, I ask for permission to say, hey, well, can I put my sign right there by the highway?
Yeah.
And then everybody that comes to that store, they see it. But I also do another thing too, which is, and some people might not like it. Like, I'll get my daughters when I want to do door hangers, and I'll sit in the car, and like 2 little girls go up to your door with a Girl Scout uniform on. Mm-hmm. They're just like, okay, I'm trying to help my dad grow his business. If you can give us, some, they're like, yeah, sure. So that's another way that I do it. I get them to go to the door.
I feel that. I didn't know. How old are your daughters?
I got one 8 and one 10.
Awesome. I got a 5-year-old girl and then a boy who's 3 and a boy that's 1. So I'm with you on that.
Oh yeah, and I got a son also that's 6. So
dang boy.
I don't know if you ever seen him on my Instagram. He's pushing a mower.
That's so cool. That's cool. I don't have any push mowers right now. I got 6 acres for mowing, so I don't have a need for a push mower. But I've been wanting to get a electric push mower to try out, so I might do that. I want
to. For 6 acres?
No. Just so we got 9.5 acres. Three of it's wooded. 6 of it is grass, like open, like not open field, but open. And then around our house, we have Empire Zoysia, about 1/3 of an acre. And that's the part I'm talking about mowing, push mow.
Oh, we're electric.
Yeah, I want to try one out real bad because I like mowing my grass when my kids are asleep and it's almost sundown. So that way it's not going to be loud.
True.
Because my big Bobcat is a freaking roaring machine, dude. Thing will wake them.
You got to get like 50 batteries though.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, I don't know enough about that. Like, how long will a battery last?
I would go with the best line that we have right now, which everybody says is biased, but it's scientifically proven. Ego has the best electric equipment on the line. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them. I don't have any free things for them, nor am I sponsored by them, but I've tried them all.
I like the PSA. Ronile says, I am not sponsored by these guys. Do not take my advice.
Yeah, like this is just the truth.
I like that.
You go to Lowe's, you get you an Ego push mower. I've seen people cut down cornfields with them.
Shoot.
They're not rated for that, but they're really good. And then if you guys have a Harbor Freight,
we got a Harbor Freight
locally, that's where you want to go at, bro.
I need to go check that out. I might do a YouTube video.
It's just like Ego.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
They have everything that is the same as any other brand, just cheaper name.
Cool. Yeah. So Ronile, this has been great, man. You've been awesome. Make sure. So where can people follow you on TikTok and Instagram? I want to make sure you get plugged.
Ronile Scott on Instagram and Ronile Scott on TikTok also.
I know you got.
And then I also have I also got a Facebook too, Ronile Scott.
Cool. Perfect. People can connect you there. Ronile, you've been fun to talk to, man. I enjoy the energy and I like the grind. I have to have you. You need to come to Equip, man. You need to come to Equip for sure. We got 1 spot left in our house if you want it.
Man, I would love to come to Equip with you guys, bro.
I'll
in October. That sounds really great.
I'll call you here after we get off the air. But everybody, this is Ronile Scott, Scott's Lawn Care Management from Greenville, North Carolina. I like Greenville, North Carolina. Y'all make sure you check him out on social media. He's out there grinding. He's trying to do his thing for his family, which I love, and he loves to make content. So y'all check it out. And this is the Green Up Academy podcast where people in the green industry like you come to level up their green industry business. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.